Mactire. Hello everybody and welcome to the third installment of WoW Guides. Today we'll be doing keybinding, some tips, tricks on how to keybind efficiently for your PvP needs, and add-ons. I'll be showing you what add-ons I use and which ones are most effective in Arena and what ones you don't really need. A lot of people ask me, why keybind? Why should we keybind? Well, keybinding really makes it easier to keep awareness in Arena and awareness in PvP. If you can keybind and be able to watch your screen, you can watch when you're getting cyclone, CC'd, or when more things are happening. But if you have to click, or you're going to have to look at your spells and actually physically click, and also you can run with your mouse buttons, so that's another way. You get better movement and you don't have to keyboard turn, and if you be able to use your mouse, the side buttons on a Naga, or your keyboard to use your spells, and you can watch what you're doing, run with your mouse, you have better positioning, better awareness, and overall you'll be getting better Arena ratings. Jumping straight into the keybindings, I've made a keyboard and colored in what keybinds I use, some recommended ones and movements. The green ones symbolize my keybinds. I use 1 through to equals because I use a Razer Naga. I've got F1, F2, F3 for my pet management for my Death Knight. Q, E, R, T, F, G, Z, and C are really good ones for your clutch spells. I have Q is AMS, E is Trinket, R I use for, say, blind, Trinket is dark transformation, F is pet stun, G is my gargoyle, Z is my empower runic weapon. You know, you have clutch spells just around your movement, which your movement is W, A, S, and D, or you can use Q and E and then use A and D for spells. Also, I have modifiers, which is Shift, Control, and Alt. Now, you can have bound Alt Q or Shift Q or Control Q to get even more spells on your keyboard. So, modifiers and modifier macros are really good ways to get extra spells on your bars. Now, if you want to see my tutorial on modifier macros, you can press the previous button and go there. Now, I have some extra if needed ones. That is TG and V. Now, TGV and B, B is also your bag, so that's an if one you need. I don't use V and X purely because X, I like to go up and down with using X. V, I don't use it because I don't really have anything to bind to it. And the little key next to the 1, I use that button to record. So that one, if is free, you can use it for such things as, if say you're playing a warrior, and use it for throwdown. And for my Razer Naga, many of you may not have the Razer Naga, so that's why this is optional, but I use the 1 through 12, my 1 through equals on the keyboard, and I use Shift and Alt and Control modifiers to get even more binds, so even more spells. So I could have 1 is my kick, and then Shift 1 is my focus kick, but I can press 1 on my Razer Naga, so that frees up my movement, so I can move around freely and still use spells. So that's why I think Razer Naga is probably the best PvP mouse. I just love my Razer Naga. I've been using it for over a year now. You can also see the 2 little buttons at the front. I use them for my kick and strangulate, or my kick and cloak, or my rogue, or my priest. I use it for pain sup or whatever I need. And also, be ready to use the mouse wheel. The mouse wheel, you can have so many binds. I have my dispel, my death grip bound to down, my dispel on my priest bound to up. I have my redirect on my rogue to up. You know, and you can push your mouse button down, and you can make shift mouse button down. You can shift mouse wheel up, shift mouse wheel down. You can push it down, so like actually a key press. The mouse wheel is like 6 binds in 1. You can bind everything to a mouse wheel. I have my my zoom in and zoom out on the minus and plus on the right hand side of the keyboard. So that's really handy to keep in mind. The mouse wheel is amazing. So bind stuff to your mouse wheel, and I guarantee that you'll get better at Arena and using spells. Alright guys, this is some of my add-ons. Now these are optional. You guys don't have to use them. So it's whatever. The first one I've got is Auctionator. It's a lightweight add-on, and it makes it easy and fast to buy and sell all items on the auction house. It's really handy because I have professions where I gather herbs, and you know, it's really easy to make heaps of stacks. So that one's not really PvP, but that just helps me out. Now the rest are pretty much all PvP. E-casting bar is my new custom casting bar that you see in my priest videos and stuff like that. So if you want that, that's e-casting bar. Gladiator Lost Essay is the add-on that Zyvac showed in one of his videos. Now, this one basically calls out stuff, and you can go in and configure it and choose which ones you want. Gladius is I think is almost a must. It's not a must, but it shows when there's trinkets and it's custom arena frames, so you can see when someone trinkets and you can see when they're casting and stuff like that, so that's really handy for arena. Lose controls, the little icon that comes up in the middle of my screen. It shows what CC I'm in and how long it is for. So like if I get in full fear, it will come up with a fear, and I'll be able to be like 8-second fear, rah, rah. Omni CCs, the cooldown number trackers on my bars. So like if there's like 25 seconds left on Strang, it will say 25 seconds and count down. That's what Omni CC is. The config is just, as it says, it's just a configuration to it, so it saves. One bag is just so when I press B, all my crap is together. I don't have to go through each one of my bags to find stuff, so that's just another one that just makes it easier for me. Postal, this one is just an add-on that for the mailbox, so I can just click open all and it'll automatically open everything from my mailbox. Q alert, when my Q pops, it will do like some big boom 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 boom, which is handy. Just it's because I use to miss Qs all the time. Rune HD, that's like the semicircle of the runes that you see when I play my DK, so that's just the DK only one. So if people were asking about my runes, that's it. Speedy actions, let's say what it does, it uses my stuff on key press instead of key release, so when I press down B and I hold it down, it will still use the ability instead of holding it there until I release. It just makes, it basically cuts your MS. And successful interrupt announcer, that one is, you see in my videos when it says blah 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 kicked, healing surge or some crap, that's just that one, so that's handy. In the next episode, guys, I'm going to be covering positioning, one of the most vital things that you need to know in arena. And be sure to like and favorite this video if it helped you, and you can check out my main channel at youtube.com/Skeetz Gaming. Mactire.